The Me Too movement is a social movement that was adopted to advocate for females who underwent sexual violence to talk about their experiences. The goal of this movement has been to show the survivors of sexual violence that they are not alone. For the past years, this movement has helped to shine a light on the sexual violence taking place worldwide. When Amber Heard spoke about her alleged sexual abuse, she used this movement to ensure her story was heard. Many people supported her and showed her love for speaking out. However, as the court battle between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp continues, it is becoming more evident that Amber was the actual abuser in the relationship. If this is true, then it means that Amber took advantage of the Me Too platform to win her case. I'll tell you how she did it in a second, but before that, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and watch to the end, so you don't miss out on any information. Amber Heard went to an LA court in May 2016 with a bruise on her cheek and filed for a restraining order against her now ex-husband Johnny Depp. In her report, she claimed to have suffered excessive emotional, verbal, and physical abuse from Johnny Depp, which included angry, hostile, humiliating, and threatening assaults whenever she questioned his authority or disagreed with him, and that she was terrified that Johnny Depp could return at any moment. There were even pictures and videos that surfaced to support Amber's claims. Major media outlets also picked up on the story and took it for a drive. Automatically, Johnny Depp's character was put into question. Now let's see how Amber and the Me Too movement are connected. But before that, I want to let you all know that this channel is in no way against the Me Too movement or any of the beautiful efforts that they have made towards helping vulnerable people. The Me Too movement started in 2016 and caused major names in Hollywood to receive the biggest consequences. Roger Ailes, Bill O'Reilly, Harvey Weinstein, and Roland Kelly are some of the people who lost their careers due to this movement. Despite all this, the Me Too movement gained its momentum in 2018 when it went viral on Twitter, followed by the hashtag #TimesUp. The movement reached its peak overnight, and that's when Amber Heard saw the perfect opportunity to destroy Johnny Depp. In December of 2018, Amber Heard wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post about her abuse story. In the op-ed, she claimed that she spoke up against sexual violence and faced her culture's wrath, and that had to change. The reaction to Heard's op-ed was massive. People began to boycott upcoming films that featured Depp. Multiple petitions were signed seeking to remove him from his role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, one of which that got more than 20,000 signatures. There were so many different reactions from the film industry and the news. Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling announced their intent to keep Depp on as Grindelwald, despite all the allegations laid out against him. This announcement prompted The Sun to publish a headline that was used in Depp's libel case against News Group newspapers. The headline had labeled Johnny Depp as a wife-beater. Disney also had their own reaction. They announced that they would be removing Johnny Depp from his role as Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise 4 days after Amber's Washington Post op-ed was published. Meanwhile, Amber Heard's career started to grow. In 2017, she was featured as Mira in Justice League. In May of 2018, Heard was signed as the new global spokesperson for L'Oreal Cosmetics. In December of the same year, she announced her new role as an ambassador for the ACLU, and her Washington Post op-ed featured on the ACLU website. All of this would have been worthwhile if Johnny Depp was the actual abuser in their relationship. Of course, the only problem with this is that there's more to the story. Since the beginning, there have been huge holes in Heard's narrative, and people are slowly starting to notice them. For one, in the video TMZ released, Johnny Depp is not seen throwing anything, leaving alone a bottle of wine. 2 domestic violence-trained LAPD officers have also testified under oath saying that there was no sign of injury or property damage on the night of one of Depp's alleged attacks in 2016. Then there are the pictures taken the day after Heard appeared at court with a bruise on her face. The photos clearly show a makeup-free Amber with no bruising at all. Other eyewitnesses such as Johnny Depp's property manager Kevin Murphy and celebrity stylist Samantha McMillan testified specifically to seeing no injuries on Heard in the days following the 15th of December 2015, when Heard claims that Depp gave her 2 black eyes and pulled out her hair. There are also inconsistencies with Amber's reports and those of her witnesses. For instance, Io Tillett Wright testified that after Amber shouted "Call 911" on the night of the alleged May 2016 incident, the phone disconnected. But in Heard's first motion to dismiss the defamation case, she claimed that she shouted "I'll call the police," and later learned that Tillett had hung up the phone and called 911. The court had also noticed that the sequence of events that Heard, Raquel Pennington, and Tillett Wright describe in their respective declarations is theoretically impossible given the amount of time. Then, with the filing of the defamation suit in 2019, came multiple eyewitness accounts of Heard allegedly throwing things at Depp, punching him with a closed fist, spitting on him, and verbally abusing him on several occasions. In addition to all of this, there was an audio that was released where Heard admits to hitting Depp the previous night. In the 45-minute-long video, Amber says, "I didn't punch you, I was hitting you. I'm sorry, I didn't, hit you in the face in a proper slap. But I did not punch you. I was effing hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you, I did not punch you. I was hitting you." As if that makes it all better. Heard also admitted to throwing pots and even vases at Depp when she's angry, and then gets even angrier at him for leaving the area or even the building whenever she shouts at him or becomes violent. She even goes as far as to call him a baby and also tells him to grow up. When Depp responds, "Because you start physical fights," Heard answers, "I did start a physical fight," to which Depp replies, "Yeah, you did, so I had to get the F out of there." In the later conversation, Depp maintains that if things get physical, the two would have to be apart for a length of time, and specifically says that there can be no physical violence. Heard responds to this by saying that she can't promise not to be physical again, and that at times she gets so mad that she loses it. This recording was verified and admitted by the court as evidence against Amber. Aside from that, the recording also proves her claims of Johnny being abusive false. It proves that Amber Heard is the actual abuser since we can hear her admitting to getting physical during fights. It is also clear that Amber was physically abusive and mentally abusive to Johnny Depp by shouting at him, insulting him, swearing at him, and belittling him without repercussion. On the other hand, all that Johnny did when the situation got abusive was to leave, contrary to what Amber claims in her declarations. Following the release of the recording, a new movement called #JusticeForJohnnyDepp trended globally. However, the reactions were not as loud as they were when Amber reported being abused by Johnny Depp. The media outlets that ran with the initial story went silent when the truth came to light. In fact, days after the audio dropped, the official Me Too movement Twitter account openly called it a misinformation campaign, linking an article that characterizes the public reaction as Depp stans foaming at the mouth. Me Too is a great movement that has committed to this new and beautiful effort to save women from rich and powerful men. However, the issue is what happens if such women like Amber Heard actually lied and exploited the Me Too movement. For now, the only answer that to me appears true and solid is this: Amber Heard lied to the world about Johnny Depp, and the mainstream media helped and continues to help her do it. Internet users are afraid of what this means to the Me Too movement. One of them tweeted, "I think Amber Heard got away with hurting Johnny Depp because of this whole Me Too movement. I feel like every woman who didn't get her way turned to Me Too and took advantage of who they are. I don't know if I should believe any of these girls about anything." When we come together to seek justice for the abused, we must also apply that same effort to everyone equally, despite gender, and acknowledge when we've done wrong. Please let us know what you think about this development in the comments section below.